I mean, it just keeps getting more interesting by the day. College girl refuses to be traditional but expects a traditional boyfriend. Now, this is basically the hallmark of the 21st century, right? People having these double standards, having these ridiculous expectations, and just expecting the other person to fall in with it. Now, this is a clip from the Whatever podcast, which is a pretty popular dating podcast. If any of you do know it, you would know it's pretty insightful. It gives us an insight into the workings of, shall we say, the degenerate side of society. Anyway, guys, I've launched a brand new ebook which is available in the description. So all that you're going to need to provide me there is your email address, and I'll be using that email address to just send you a weekly or daily motivational letter. But to be as completely transparent as possible, I believe in transparency 100%. But that brand new ebook is now available in the description. And also go enjoy the Discord community, the GG Discord community. If you're not yet part of it, you are definitely missing out on a fantastic group of people that will help you achieve the best version of yourself. Other than that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. 80% of you watching are not subscribed, which I don't know, what's that hard, bro? Just smash the subscribe button. Not that hard. Anyway, let's get to it.
On dates, what were your thoughts on that?
Oh, we were also talking about that. We think that that's like wrong. Like, I wouldn't split the bill.
The man should pay.
I think the man should
The
pay.
man should pay. Hold on. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
On
But-
the first date.
On the first date, for sure.
Like, going
Eventually,
forward.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Would split
I
the
would
bill.
offer, but on the first date.
Yeah, I'd
If you
offer,
ask me to
hope
split it, I'm gonna be
decline.
like,
yeah.
Okay,
I could've came out to you
was
with my
talking
dad
about
and you
this
would
with
pay.
my boyfriend's sister, and I was like, how do you feel about this? And she had a really good point. She's like, I feel like whoever initiates is the one that needs to pay. So whether that's the girl
Fair
or the boy,
enough.
and I was like, oh, that's actually really fair, because you're
Fair
like,
enough.
hey, I want to get to know you. I want to take you out.
my treat.
Yeah.
But how often does the
That's
woman
fair.
actually initiate the date? Because
Yep.
it's
No.
mostly the man who
Yep.
initiates asking someone out. And women expect
No,
the
no,
man
no.
to initiate
It is mostly the man because you expect exactly. Yeah, exactly.
9 times out
I think
of 10.
girls initiate a lot more these days than normal, but
I would-
yeah.
Maybe by a small degree, but you would probably
Yeah.
prefer a man be the one to say, hey, I really like you. I'd like to take you out. You would prefer that. So,
Yeah, fair
so
play.
the whole point is that, like, the splitting the bill thing, like, you're expecting a man to pay, but he's the one who's always asking you out. So it's always going to
It's a
be
fair
him.
point.
Yeah.
Even if
That's-
I were to ask a guy out on a date, if it went really well, I would expect him to end up paying for it.
Yeah.
Well,
If it went really well.
She said even
Yeah.
if she asked to go on a
Oh,
date.
even if, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
if
see.
you asked.
This is the thing, right? This is the thing. You want to be quote unquote independent. You don't need a man in your life. We've all heard the gibberish before. But then you turn around and you say, no, but you should always pay on the first date. I mean, listen, I'm an advocate of old school values. Yeah, let's pay for the first date. But the thing is, to me, you could date a rich guy, successful guy, but if you don't at least offer to help with something, then that's giving the wrong impression to him. He will be more than willing to pay if you at least offer, because you offering is showing him that, man, you know, she's not selfish. She actually thinks of me as well. Right? That's how I view it, at least. But how do you guys view it? Let me know in the comment section.
You would expect him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, if it went well,
Yeah.
I would expect
What if a date goes badly? Do you still expect him to pay?
Yeah.
Yes?
I still think
Of course.
I think the initiator. I still like that. I stand by
Okay.
that.
I think that's that's
Let me ask you
valid.
guys a question. So the man, okay, so the man should pay on the first date, right?
We've got that, yeah.
Women should. I'm trying to think what would be the corresponding thing here. If men should do, it's always interesting. Like, there's never any pushback if a woman says men should do X traditional gender role, but if a man says women should do, like, for example, women should. This isn't my view, but I'm going to give you this as an example. Women should. Oh my God, I'm going to get clipped. I don't know if I should say this.
Yeah, no, you're going to get clipped.
Say it.
Say it.
Okay. I'm just going to get. God.
Say it before you think
Say
too
it.
much.
Come on, bro, just say it.
Cancel him,
Where
chat.
it's coming from. Are you saying like be properly single or?
No, like, I mean, I could. The more extreme one would be like women should be virgins.
I was gonna say disclose your body count or something like that.
But
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
I mean, let me give something a bit
That's a
less
bit
extreme.
That is a bit
women
extreme and a bit unrealistic, but
should be in the kitchen.
yeah. Okay.
Is that sexist?
No, or women
I
should
like
dress
that.
up nicely with heels and whatever for a date. I
don't know
think
if
that's
any
like more of
heels
like
for a
the.
date.
Well,
like
it's
different
not-
than
It's
age,
not,
like
it's
dress up
not
nice. I'm not
equivalent
dressing up
because
in heels
women are
right
going to
now.
do
No.
that
Like,
anyway.
If I
I
pulled up
think
in heels,
Not
it'd be
all, not all women.
Like
do
I've
that
been on a
effort.
date. I'm not gonna pull up in heels and a dress. I pulled up in a casual clothing, and he's.
That's by the way, that's
whatever
not. Don't
fits.
clip me. That's not.
This
my,
is different.
But
I don't
like,
think that.
I
I'm
think
just trying to
men,
give an
a
example.
lot of men these days would prefer a woman just to dress like more modestly rather than like flashy
Fact.
and all done up and everything. Maybe it's not true for everyone, but
I mean, indeed, gentlemen, in the comment section, you would know. Indeed, we do prefer. I mean, a woman can be as beautiful as she wants, but if the way she dresses tells a lot about her character, tells a lot about how she sees and values herself. I mean, if she flashes everything for everyone to see, obviously, there's no self-respect. Obviously, there's attention seeking. I mean, it's quite obvious, right? Anyone can make that conclusion. But if you could still look absolutely amazing just dressing modestly. That's a fact. And we find that more beautiful than you dressing flashy. Fact.
from what I'm seeing, it seems like more men are leaning that way. But yeah.
It's also not equivalent because like women aren't losing anything to put on a dress.
Wait, I have a question
Yeah,
for you.
that's right.
So, do you know any girls that like they're kind of doing the hookup thing where they'll like they got a roster? You know any girls like
Yeah.
that? You know any girls like that? Know any girls like that?
Yeah.
Do you think that the man should still pay? Like, let's say
Hell
he's
no.
taking a girl on a first date, but she like hooked up with a guy.
It's not
hooked
like
up with
he
a guy
knows though.
Yeah,
But that's
Right,
the
You're not saying,
problem.
hey, by the way, I hooked up with this
almost
guy
but
before you.
incest.
It is
I feel like if you're in
I
that
don't
situation,
think it is. Like he asked her on the date.
Yeah.
I feel like if it,
So just to be clear, the guy should be chivalrous, traditional, pay for the first.
But
Did you
but,
know that you could be
all
making
right.
life-changing
And
money?
you know what? Let's cut the video with the air break. But we got the gist of what's going on. So he's asking basically, or he's asking the question: should we treat women in a traditional way if they themselves are not traditional? Should they be expected to be treated in a traditional way if they themselves are not traditional? My opinion on that will always be absolutely not. If you cannot reciprocate those traditional values, if you cannot reciprocate and show me that you also have self-respect, that you are also considerate of others, why should I do the courtesy to pay for you? Why should I have the courtesy to do that? I'm just wasting my money. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my effort that I could be wasting on someone else. That's just, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will feel the same way about that. You can't have your cake and eat it, so to speak. So you can't expect to be treated in a traditional manner, but you yourself are absolutely degenerate. That's not going to work. Ladies and gents, as per usual, I encourage you to please engage with the content. Leave your suggestions, your opinion about this whole situation in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to interact with you, and I'll see you next time.